I think the Mavericks actually have the reasonable pieces, the right situation to acquire Anthony Davis at what is at this point fair market value. They could trade DeAndre Jordan and Harrison Barnes, who Mavericks fans hate anyways. They could trade those two players and get Anthony Davis in return, and I don't know if they would get a better offer than that.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I mean, once a player decides, oh, I want out of here, then the whole league knows, well, they have no choice but to trade. And when your hand's being forced, that brings the value of the trade that you're going to get in return way down, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but I also think like he's going to be in demand because the market will dictate a greater, trade package, right? Like if the Mavericks were trying to acquire Anthony Davis and nobody else in the NBA was trying to, then yeah, they might be able to put together a pretty attractive package. I don't see any way in which they're competing with the Lakers or Boston or Philly. I mean, I just think like it starts with future draft considerations. And obviously the Mavericks gave up next year's pick. It's protected, I think, top 2 for the Atlanta Hawks. So in the Luka trade, so they don't have a first-round pick to give up. They could give up a future first-round pick, but I don't know. Anthony Davis is great. I just don't know that Dallas has the pieces in order to make a trade like that happen. He's never played a full 82 games. He's played 2 seasons at least 75 games, but beyond that, and he misses a lot of time due to injuries, and so there's a major risk involved too. I don't see a way in which the Pelicans don't get multiple future draft picks out of this, and we'll see what they want. I'd imagine the Lakers are going to be the first team that comes calling. They're probably going to lowball, and then it kind of depends on, kind of like the Raptors were the mystery team in the Kawhi Leonard sweepstakes. We'll see if the same can be said in terms of a Nuggets or a Mavericks, in terms of a dark horse in order to put together the most attractive package. It's a fallacy in the NBA to believe that you can build a championship roster through free agency. And I think that's how most teams or most fans look at it, is, accumulating great players through free agency. I mean, the truth is it's still in the draft. And, for the Mavericks in particular, look, they certainly should be involved in these discussions for Anthony Davis, and same for Klay Thompson, who'd be a great fit in the offseason if he does choose to leave Golden State as a free agent. But, I mean, you have to build through the draft because, guys come in free agency and they're at different parts of their career and they might not fit in the same way. But if you draft well over the next couple of years and you find some guys that you can pair with Luka, or like then they grow together and they develop together, and there's more value in that than there would be to bring somebody else new into the ecosystem and try to make it work. It's just so difficult to do that. And that's why I think like the NBA, it looks like the lifeblood of building a roster is through free agency, and it's not. You just have to be, look at the Celtics. Celtics have certainly, been active in free agency, but the core of their team that they think is going to be championship caliber is through the draft and doing well in drafting and developing players. And I think that still is such an important component of doing it, even though I know a lot of teams look at it and say they have to build through free agency.